All right, welcome back to a Week 13 recap of Creative Name Pending. We have 1 week remaining, and boy, let's get into it because we've got some juicy playoff in the hunt and some sticky waffle races coming down to the wire here. So, Discount Golf Balls, our first matchup. Discount Golf Balls defeats Kiss My Elf 125.76 to 114.02. Jared Goff led the way with 24.64 points, and CeeDee Lamb 24.2 points, and Trey McBride with 22.2. Boy, oh boy, what a great performance by Discount Golf Balls. Kiss My Elf had Rashid Rice lead the way with 29.4, and Devontae Adams in the Superflex again with 21.8. Joe Flacco on the bench because Joe Cool is back. Got to find a new quarterback. Aaron Rodgers with a pickup, but they only scored 2.68 points. That's not very good. Brock Purdy did drop 19.12. But overall, Saquon Barkley and Justin Jefferson really struggled, combining for less than, exactly 7 points. That's not a winning victory there. And Discount Golf Balls gets the win and improves his chances for the playoffs. All right, our next matchup. Super Jamario Bros defeats Mo Losses, Mo Problems, 125.28 to 119.4. Jacoby Brissett leading the way again with 23.64 points. Great performance from the team overall. Jason Myers, 19 points. And just some really solid performances by the Super Jamario Bros squad. Kyle Manungai on the bench. Terry McLaurin on the bench. 19 points, 22.6 points. And Baker Mayfield on the bench, 16.46. Some great bench depth there as he makes his playoff push. Mo Losses and Mo Problems had a great turnout too. James Williams leading the way with 26.9. Jalen Hurts, 20.3. Christian McCaffrey, Devon A-Chain, 17.4, 19.4. Solid performance, but Cade Otton in the Superflex, scoring 2.9 when you've got Shedeur Sanders on the bench, 12.56. I'm not saying, there's still some hindsight there, but Shedeur would have got you the win. Would not have got the Browns the win, but he would have got you the win. And fantasy football is almost more exciting at this point than Browns football. So keep that in mind as you head into your playoffs there, Mo. But Super Jamario Bros gets the win. Stays within the playoff hunt, but he's got a long shot. We'll get into that in a second. Our next matchup, Titletown Cheeseheads defeats Over the Rhine 125.24 to 98.66. Dak Prescott leading the way with 24.6 points, followed by Brock Bowers, 22.3, and Bucky Irving. Bucky's back. We're going to Bucky's. 16.1 points. Nice to have him back in the lineup. And ultimately get the victory. Over the Rhine, Tyrod Taylor, man, love these throwback quarterback names, man. 23.26 points. Chase Brown, great day, 18.3 points. But overall, a lot of single digits on this squad this week, leading to just the low turnout of 98 points. So, going to make it tough for you Over the Rhine to avoid waffles here. We'll get into it, but going to be tough. The Titletown Cheeseheads, that victory keeps him pretty firm in the playoff hunt. There's some chances here too that he could miss it, but we'll get into it. All right, our next one. Love If You Sutton My Chase defeats Fancy Football 147 to 103.42. And I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but this one was over on Thursday. I mean, this team, Love If You Sutton My Chase, feasted on Thursday. Patrick Mahomes, 37.4 points. Derrick Henry, 17.4. Jamar Chase, 18. George Pickens, 16.8. Travis Kelce, 15.5. Jordan Love, 33.78. I mean, woo! That one was over before it began. Just a really great performance there by, I love to set my chase, RJ Harvey and Courtney Sutton, both on the bench, 21.2 and 17.2. Man, when this team goes off, they have gone off big. Fantasy football, you tried. Josh Allen, 17.8 or 18.72 points. DeAndre Swift had a great game at 20.8. The real key here that kind of made it somewhat competitive, or at least to crack 100, was A.J. Brown finally showing up, 35.2 points. But, buddy, T. Higgins, starting lineup, wide receiver, out, goose egg. Man, that is just unacceptable, man. You had Marvis and Harrison on the bench, 12.9. Deebo Samuel, 11.1. Ramon Stevenson, well, he's a running back. I guess you couldn't have played him. But even Romeo Dobbs there at 12 points. So lots of options to replace Higgins, and yet you left Higgins in the lineup, even though he was out. And then another questionable one, Kenneth Gainwell in the Superflex spot. When you've got Daniel Jones on the bench, 20.14 points for the quarterback there. I don't know, kind of a head scratcher, but maybe that's why you're fighting for waffles. Who knows? Okay, our next one. Sunday Afternoon Loafers defeats Double D's 109.72 to 94.76. B.J. Robinson leading the way for Sunday Afternoon Loafers with 30.3 points straight made, 24.48 points. He's just been fantastic this year. Overall, pretty good performance from Sunday Afternoon Loafers. Brenton Strange, 13.5 points, nice pickup there. The questionable one, Zay Flowers, you're not going to play him, but man, how did he only get 0.6 points against that Bengals defense? It doesn't matter because he got you the win. Some nice bench performances too by Christian Watson, 18.3, and Alec Pierce, 17.8. So got a little bit of depth there considered playing. And Double D's, man, Double D's. The dynamic duo, Sam Darnold and Jackson Smith-Njigba, combining for less than 8 points. That Minnesota Vikings team, that defense is pretty good. But, boy, their offense is terrible, because that Seahawks defense got 28 points for you, and that's what kept it somewhat competitive here. Zach Ertz on the bench with 20.6 would have really helped replacing Juwan Johnson. But overall, I think you played the right squad. You just got burned by the fantasy gods. They said, no soup for you this week. That's okay. You're going to make the playoffs, Double D's. Sunday Afternoon Loafers. This victory really keeps him in the hunt. So, good win there. And our last matchup, and our matchup of the week. Matchup for the Waffles. Touchdown Townies defeats Don't Stop Believing, 140.1 to 115.02. Joe Burrow is back. Joe Koo for Touchdown Townies, dropping 23.24 points. Great day by the running backs, James Cook and Bam Knight, 18.7, 16.8. Nico Collins going off for you, 21.5. Jackson Dart, 15.56. When the team cooks, it cooks well. But, man, it's been tough putting it together. But it got put together this week, and it probably saved you from waffles, from dodging waffles 3 years in a row. We'll get into it. But Don't Stop Believing. Got the loss. Let's call out some notables here. Javonte Williams, 17 points. Marcus Mariota, 27.26 points. Pretty much everyone in double digits for you, except Romo Doomsday. The bench. Really couldn't do much. Xavier Worthy, Juwan Jennings. Probably still pairing him with Caleb Williams. Yeah, just a rough, windy day. The rushing squad for the Bears went off, and unfortunately, you kind of needed the passing game, but not that day. And it gets you the loss, and it keeps you in a very competitive waffle hunt. And right before we get into that, let's look at our free agent wires. Nice pickup. We called it out already. Brenton Strange by Sunday Afternoon Loafers. Great addition. And I think we have some quarterback swaps. Nothing too notable. One probably pickup of the week here. Terry McLaurin by Super Jamario Bros. He put him on the bench, but great pickup there. He played really well this week for the Washington Commanders, and now is on Super Jamario Bros. Okay, let's get into it. Look at some look at some standings. Look at our playoff hunt. This gets a little dicey. I'm going to try and keep it simple, but go look at your own respective teams and pay attention to the points for, because that is the tiebreaker. So, Mo losses, Mo problems, 10 wins, 3 losses, locks up the first round bye, locks up playoff spot. Double D's locks up a playoff spot. Not the first round bye, that can be lost. But the playoff spot is locked. Double D's is in. All right. 3 teams at 3 and 8. At 8 and 5. Sunday Afternoon Loafers, Discount Golf Balls, Titletown Cheeseheads. Let's look at the points for these 3 teams. Sunday Afternoon Loafers leads the way with 1,736.5 points. All right, the next highest, Discount Golf Balls at 1,676 points. So roughly 60 less than Sunday Afternoon Loafers. And then you have Titletown Cheeseheads with 1,645 points. So roughly 21 less than Discount Golf Balls. Why this is important? Because if they finish with the same record, it goes down tiebreakers, points for, and that's what's going to determine playoff potential, getting in or out. So basically, if we look at week 14, for those 4 teams, we've got Sunday Afternoon Loafers playing Don't Stop Believin'. Win, and he's in. Sunday Afternoon Loafers. If with a Dan loss, he could potentially take over second place, get into the playoffs, and get the first round bye, because Dan's points for are 1,704 points, while Sunday Afternoon Loafers, again, 1,736 points. So, unless Dan wins as well, giving him 10 wins, then he will probably miss out on the first round bye if Sunday Afternoon Loafers wins. So ideal Sunday Afternoon Loafer, he wants a win and he wants a Dan loss. Alright, our next one. Discount Golf Balls plays Over the Rhine. Give him if Discount Golf Balls win, he is in the playoffs. No problem there. He's probably even in the playoffs with a loss, pending what happens with Kiss My Elf and Super Jamario Bros. Mainly Kiss My Elf. We'll get into that in a second. So just know Discount Golf Balls winning in. And then finally Titletown Cheeseheads. A win and in to the playoffs. Titletown Cheeseheads is at the most risk of missing the playoffs with a loss of the 3, 8, and 5 teams. Okay. Now we're going to look at our 6th, 7th, and 8th teams. 3 teams, all with 7 wins, 6 losses. Love You So My Chase, Kiss My Elf, Super Jamario Bros. Points for, in that order, Love You So My Chase, 1,742. League leading boy, that's going to become big as we get here in the playoffs. Kiss My Elf, 1,677 points for, and then Super Mario Bros., the long shot here, 1,601 points for. So Super Mario Bros. Has to get a win, and he also is going to need both Benner, so Titletown Cheeseheads, and Discount Golf Balls, potentially Kiss My Elf as well, to lose, and then he has to outscore Kiss My Elf and Discount Golf Balls by 77 points or so in order to get in. So a lot to happen for Super Mario Bros. To get into the playoffs, but at this point, he's just glad he's not eating waffles for the second year in a row. Kiss My Elf needs a win, and preferably a Titletown Cheeseheads loss and a Discount Golf Balls loss to help propel him into the playoffs. And then Love You Sutton My Chase has the best options to get into the playoff, even with a loss, as he, again, has the most points for. But Super Mario Bros. And Love You Sutton My Chase play each other. So if Love You Sutton My Chase, you win, you are in. Yeah. Okay. So lots of in the hunt there, some crazy stuff to happen. But let's get into the waffles. Okay. We have two teams at 4-9. 4 wins, 9 losses, touchdown townies over the Rhine. Touchdown townies leads the 4-9 teams with 1,561 points. Where Over the Rhine only has 1,453 points. So roughly 110 points less than Touchdown Townies. So Touchdown Townies, basically, unless something crazy happens, he's not eating waffles. It's not going to happen. Tiebreakers are going to keep him out of the waffle race. Over the Rhine, if you win, you do not eat waffles. If you lose, you have a very high probability of eating waffles, as long as Fancy Football wins. If Fancy Football loses, that's it. Waffle king right there. Fancy Football eating waffles if he loses. And Don't Stop Believin', you have 1,597 points for. So the most out of the 4 waffle teams. So with a win to get you to 4 wins and 10 losses, you will avoid waffles. Alright, Don't Stop Believin'. If you beat Sunday Afternoon Loafers, no waffles for you. Ben will eat waffles. Most likely. Ben, what you need, so Fancy Football to get out of waffles needs a win and a Carter an Over the Rhine loss, because Fancy Football has 34 roughly points more in the points for than Over the Rhine. So it really is going to come down to that. If Fancy Football wins, it's either going to be Over the Rhine or Don't Stop Believin', eating waffles. It's gonna be juicy this coming week. And just to call out the matchups, Fancy Football plays Touchdown Townies. Again, Over the Rhine plays Discount Golf Balls, and Don't Stop Believin' plays Sunday Afternoon Loafers. So keep an eye on it. It's gonna be very interesting as we get into it. And let's do one last playoff look. As of right now, Mo Losses, Mo Problems gets the bye. Double D's also gets the bye. And then we have our 4 and 5 teams at Discount Golf Balls and Titletown Cheeseheads playing each other. Winner would go to play Mo, and Love of Set My Chase plays Sunday afternoon Loafers. The winner would go play Dan with Super Mario Bros. And Kiss My Elf on the outside looking in. That's if nothing changes. But boys, things are going to change because we're going to have an epic Week 14. Come back next week to hear more about it and set your lineups. Spend that fab. Make the push for playoffs and stay out of waffles. With that, good night.